from the Nerdy Crone. Hi, I'm Vicky, I am the Nerdy Crone, and this is a quick catch up because I need to fill you in on what's been going on lately and hopefully give you a little bit of a hint as to what I intend going forward. We sort of start with the somber news. Sadly, we had a bit of a bereavement in the family. My mother-in-law has sadly passed away, and so my plans to videos and stuff like that has kind of thrown it a little bit out of proportion, because obviously we had to deal with the emotional fallout of that and explaining to the children and everything what was happening. And my older two were closer to their nanny than my youngest, because we were living, when they were very small, we lived in that part of the world where she was living. So her loss was sort of felt a lot more by them than it was to the little one. But the little one was kind of aware of it. With him being autistic as well, I had to explain things to him in a way that he would sort of get, that he would understand. Not an easy thing as to explain to a 7-year-old anyway, but obviously that communication barrier can be a little bit of a difficulty. And all I can say is, if you're stuck by a situation where you have to explain uncomfortable things in life, like people passing away to someone with a child with special needs and what have you, I think honesty is the best policy. It's no good sort of sugarcoating anything. The weekend before, my sister-in-law came up and spent some time with us and explained how things were and everything, and then they got called away quickly because mother-in-law had got worse, so they'd had to hurry back, and then she died a couple of days later. And so we had to explain that all to him, and he, bless him, he took it really well. So that has made us a little bit more as a family, I would say, internal and self-reflection and all that kind of thing. But obviously life has to go on. I think my in-laws have decided that they didn't want funerals, so we haven't had that to deal with as such. But there is going to be something further on down the line where we are going to be able to say our own goodbyes, but they've still got their granddad, and he's having to adjust to his new circumstances as well. So it is all very sad, but unfortunately she was very poorly, and it was a happy release for her. And cycle of life being as it is, I've just become another auntie as well. So on my other side of the family, my youngest sister, because I'm one of 7, had her first child with a little boy. So a lot has happened in this past couple of weeks that has been quite a sort of emotional roller coaster, really. So it's been bittersweet, I would say. So now, as I sit here with my nice cup of tea, which is a bourbon blend, me and my daughter went up to Norwich and they have a bourbon blend store up there, and this is a Snowball, I think. It certainly smells coconutty. Apparently it's got chocolate or something in it as well, but I can't really taste the chocolate. I don't know what to make of this one. I had the ginger one the other day. That was quite nice. I've got like this little Christmas box with lots of teas in it, and they're rather nice. It's nice to have some proper fresh tea. It's got a bit of an aftertaste to it. Can't really explain it. It smells lovely. It smells very coconutty, obviously, but I can't really taste the coconut in it. It just tastes completely different, but not unpleasant. But anyway, so yes, that's been our weeks, and obviously now we're coming up to Christmas. It doesn't look very Christmassy behind me, but believe you me, the kids have been at it. The other end of the room, we've got lights and trees and tinsel and goodness knows what, but in my little corner here, it's not so much. So, and I've got a new chair, because my other chair was falling to bits, so I've now got a new chair. I could sit in a little bit more comfort than I was. And then I organised my little corner. If you're on Instagram, you might have seen me I'd organised my little corner here, my little office, what I call Mummy's Corner, the centre of operations. So we're getting ourselves slowly organised. Also, I'm putting a lot of my crafting photographs on Instagram. So If you want to check out what I'm up to over there, then it's at Vicky Knight Hadley on Instagram. I'll try and put a little thing along here, and then if that makes it easier for you to follow. So that's to catch up on why I haven't had a lot of videos out last week at all. December's always really hard because this week we start the whole sort of nativity rounds, although I've only got to go and see the youngest in apparently he's got a nativity, so that'll be interesting to see how he gets on with that. It's his first term in a special school and it hasn't gone perfectly. He's had a lot of ups and downs. That, I suppose, part and parcel. Last week, he's a bit of mischief. He's known to, he has hit other children and he has hit his teacher. He seems to gravitate more to male members of staff at the moment. Women he's not very happy with, including me. He doesn't want to go near me at the moment. So I don't know what we've done wrong, but at the moment he just wants to hang out with blokes. I know that sometimes autistic people can go through periods where they are a bit anxious around certain people and stuff like that. So I'm trying not to take it personally, but it does feel a little bit. There we go. That's one. I think that's son number one going out. Is it? Mm-hmm. See you later. That's son number one going out. This is pretty unscripted, I'm afraid. But it's just basically a catch up to let you know what's going on, what we're doing. So future plan is to get some tarot videos out. I keep saying that. So far I've only got a few out. I'd like to get them out on a regular basis. I'd like to be more organised. But it's Christmas. So I'm trying to fit in filming where I can. Now, Monday afternoon when I thought all the kids had gone out to college, but obviously he hadn't. And then hubby's on nights this week, so that makes it a little bit easier. Because I do prefer to film when people are either in bed asleep or people are out the house, because it's just with and if you hear any strange sounds in the background, it's the star on top of the tree is a projector, so it's projecting pretty things on the ceiling, and so it does make a bit of a racket. So if you can hear any strange noises in the background, that'll be why. So we are planning on getting some more tarot out. Obviously I've still got the Rings of Power to do as well. There's a lot of other videos that I want to do. I'm determined to finish reviewing the Rings of Power. I've only done 3 episodes so far, but I will continue with that and see where we go from there. As I say, I've got a lot of other video ideas. I don't think I'm going to be doing the daily videos. I know now that you can do shorts for up to 3 minutes. But I do find with those daily reading videos, they can get quite tiring, and I can't do the background thing anymore because I can't afford to use the pro version of CapCut. I've not got enough subscribers to go monetized or anything like that. So until I'm able to get enough subscribers or watch minutes or whatever the criteria is at the time to do those things, I can't afford to do all the fancy special effects I was able to do. I can only use the CapCut Free, which is a great version, but if you're on a budget and you want to do special effects, well, you're a bit screwed, sadly. But there we go. So that is it. That is my little catch up. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to doing another video. Oh, I'd like to do some more of the bogey tales, because I think it'd be lovely for this time of the year. It's always nice to get these sort of bogey tales in, so I will get a video with a couple more of those little bogey tales. And yeah, I think we've got to the end of this video. So all that remains to be said is thank you for listening. I hope you've got a little cuppa to enjoy with it. This is one of the kids' mugs. I couldn't find any of my nice pretty mugs, and I've ended up pinching one of the kids. And they haven't used this one for a while, but they get really funny about me using their mugs. This one's Darth Vader mug, and I haven't used it in ages. It just says, I am your father. So I'm a nerdy crone, so I need a nerdy mug. And then this pretty nerdy mug to me. So take care of yourselves. If I don't see you before, have an amazing Yule. But I'm sure I will get a video or two out before Yule. So until then, take care, look after yourselves, and mind how you go, especially if it's icy where you are, because you don't want to slip over. You really don't. Bye.